Hey lovelies, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the August reset. If you've been around for a while, you'll know that I tend to, try to do a budgeting, financial budget for my household every month. And I've decided that from now on, I'm going to do more of these kind of reset type videos where I'm going to talk about my financial goals for the month, as well as wrapping up for the previous month, and then personal goals, business goals for the month, and all that kind of thing, to get everything into one video, because my budget kind of doesn't really change all that much, so it tends to be the same numbers. So going really in depth in how much I pay for rent and council tax and all of that kind of stuff really doesn't change a lot. So I thought this might be a much more interesting way, and to be honest, I'm kind of getting bored of doing those videos, so I imagine that you guys are too. So for the August reset, we're going to be taking a look at what happened with my July budget, and also taking a quick look at what I can expect for August. I'm going to be talking about the personal goals that I have for August, my financial goals that I have, and my business goals. So let's start with July's household budget. For those of you who don't know, I use the Clever Fox budget planner. I splashed out because it is a little bit expensive, but I'll link it down below if you want to go and have a look, because there's something really nice about doing a budget in a really fancy budget planner. Having things that are aesthetically pleasing for me really helps. I don't know whether you're the same, but yeah, it was definitely worth splashing out on that for me. So for the month of July, my income amount was $2,356, and then my projected spending, so all of my fixed expenses, rent, council tax, gas and electric, all of those kind of things, food, personal spending, which for me is generally on my kids, so things like their sports that they do, pocket money, any clothing allowances that I give myself, as well as the cost of running a car, and then subscriptions. So we don't have too many. We have Netflix, Discovery Plus, and Now TV. I also budget for debt payments, because I do have debt that I'm paying off, as well as saving for an emergency fund, which I spoke about a little while ago. I'm trying to increase because, we're in an unstable economic time, and that is a priority. Oh, I've just realised I've got mascara on my finger. So increasing my emergency fund is a priority for me right now. So projected spending was £1,871. Now that actually came in slightly more, just because I did more things with the kids. They are on their summer holidays. So that actually came in at £1,983. So just over £100 more, but I had the wiggle room in my budget to be able to absorb some of that. Now, what was left over got split between my sinking funds. One of the ones that I was prioritizing last month was the back to school fund, which is being used a lot at the minute. Also prioritized during the July monthly budget my family trip sinking fund, because I've booked for myself and the kids, and my mom's coming as well, to go to like a cabin break during the October half term. So I need to make the final payment for that, but it's nice knowing that it's all there and it's already saved for. So that is something to look forward to, because I haven't been on a holiday or a break since before the pandemic. Now, in terms of August's household budget, again, my expenses, nothing's really changed since all of the other months that I've done. If you want to take a look at the more in depth, how much I spend on the individual things, go and take a look back at some of the other videos where I do go more into those figures. So we're talking around £1,870 again. Now, if I can stay in budget for the month of August, that should leave me a healthy amount to divide between my sinking funds, and also to invest, which we will go into more when we look at my specific goals for August, because that is something that I am trying to get back into as well. So let's move on to the goals for August. I have them written down. I will put a copy of this up on the screen so you can follow along with me. So for August, I have broken my goals down into 3 categories: personal, financial, and business. So starting with the personal goals, my goal is to read at least one book this month. I haven't been reading half as much as I would like to recently, and I've actually been really inspired by my daughter because she has gone crazy on reading books, which I'm actually thrilled about because I would much rather that she's doing that than pestering me to go on the computer. So I've actually already started reading this book, and this is called The Once and Future Witches, and I'm actually really enjoying it. It's about three sisters that are witches, and they kind of all get split up. Then there's this force that kind of forces them all back together. So far so good. I'm actually really enjoying that. I'm going to link this down below. All of the books that I mentioned I will link down below if you want to go and have a look and see what you fancy reading. Now my daughter has put me to shame because she has read so many books. But on the plus side, that means that I have a whole host of books that are ready for me to read once I finish that. So I set my goal as one book, but I'm hoping to get through at least two. But I don't want to set my goal too high and then not be able to hit it. So some of the ones that she's reading are Twisted Love. I don't know how you say that. Is it Circe? I don't know. Some Colleen Hoover books. It Ends With Us. She's also got The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you guys have any recommendations, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you're reading. Also, I've just signed up to Goodreads. If anybody knows how I can make friends on there and share what I'm reading and stuff, because I'd love to share that with you guys. I'd love to link up with you. Let me see what you're reading. But I just don't know how to do it. So please. So if you know, help me out. Let me know what I'm supposed to do. Another personal goal is to work out 3 times a week. I, during the pandemic, put on weight. I'm not comfortable at my current weight, but I'm also lazy when it comes to working out. So working out 3 times a week is really something that I'm trying to commit to. But I'm not, you know how some people just naturally like being active, and, I'm much more sloth-like. So it really is a chore for me. So I really need you guys to hold me accountable. Just say, hey Gemma, did you work out today? Have you done your 3 times a week? That would be really helpful. But be kind. But be kind, okay? My last personal goal is to have a self-care day. And by that, I mean have a day where I have a nice relaxing bath, we have a face mask, scrub my body, do my nails, just have a day where I just take care of myself and do all of those things that you kind of stop prioritizing that really actually make you feel good. So I figured if I can try and work that in one day a month, it's not even a full day, is it really, to do all of that? But just once a month, if I can fit that in, then I will be very, very happy with that. Let's move on to financial goals. My first one is to invest at least £100. Now, I spoke about before how I have sinking funds and I have a savings account for an emergency fund. But investing is something that I used to do. I have an account with Vanguard, and just because I don't know enough about investing to be able to do it on my own. So years ago, I set up this account years ago, and I used to put money into it all the time. And then it just became a case that I had to reorganize my finances just to simply survive. And investing, I wish now that I would have made more of an effort to continue investing, because this version of me would have thanked the old version of me if she'd have managed to do that. But, you do what you have to do when you're a single income family. It's just me and the kids. So I couldn't have it as a priority. But now we're back in a position where I can start to look into that. I did invest some last month, but I really would like to put at least £100 into it and really start building that and start moving more into making money that I do have earn money. So just to jump in here really quickly, I realised that I've forgotten to talk about the food shopping goal. If you've watched me for a while and watched any of my budgeting videos, you'll know that food shopping is generally my downfall, and it really annoys me because food shopping was always the thing that I was so good with. Before the pandemic, I used to be able to get a whole week's worth of food shopping in for me and the kids for like £35–40 a week, and then things just kind of went tits up during the pandemic and all the lockdowns. And so now that has gone And so now that food budget is really the place that I'm trying to bring down. Partly it's because of, you know, the astronomical rises in prices of food. I'm sure you've noticed that yourselves. And also because I've stopped cooking a lot of things from scratch. That was something that I always used to do. I used to prep all my own sauces and things like that and freeze them, and I haven't done that for a really long time. So that's something that I'm really going to try and do. So I'm going to get back to editing anyway. Also, no judgment for me. That's just told you that I want to work out 3 times a week to lose some weight, and I'm now sitting here with chocolate stains on my t-shirt. So let's move on. Lastly, my last financial goal is to top up the sinking funds. Like I said, I've got the last payment on the holiday to make. I'm more or less done with the kids back to school stuff, so I need to put a little bit in that just to get the last bits done for that. And then I think it's going to be going hard on the Christmas fund, which does have a healthy amount in for me to be able to start shopping now, because I mean, we're in August already, so it's really not that long, is it, until that account's going to be drained. Now, business goals. So for those of you, if this is your first time seeing me, I have this YouTube channel which gives me an income stream. I create books to self-publish on Amazon KDP. I also have affiliate income, and I have a virtual assistant kind of side hustle. So that is where all of my income comes from at the minute. So the business goals for this month are to grow this YouTube channel to over 7,000 subscribers. I think I'm currently on about 6,200. So I'm hoping that we can push past the 7,000 mark during August, or by the end of August. Honestly, I've been blown away by how quickly this channel has grown, and I'm incredibly grateful to every one of you who's ever hit subscribe or watched one of my videos. When I say that you guys are changing my life, I'm not even joking. And this is why I talk all the time about starting something new, trying something new, because you just never know where it's going to take you. My second business goal is to increase my affiliate income. Another goal for the business is to plan out all of my videos for August and September. Now, I am a nightmare when it comes to procrastinating. If I have a list of I need to do this, 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 and this, I will do that. If I don't, it's kind of game over. It's a non-starter. That is the plan, to plan out all of August and all of September's videos, as well as when I'm planning to film, days to edit, and just blocking out time so that I can make sure that that is a priority. And my final business goal is to research Instagram strategies. Now, I always link my Instagram accounts in the description box below, so if you want to go over and find me. But what you might find is that they haven't been updated. I have a personal one, which is more about me and my family. And then I have obviously the Project Rich Mum channel, which is going to be much more geared towards finances and business. But I'm just not great at keeping them updated. I don't really take a lot of pictures and stuff, so I really want to, again, it's about planning things out and making sure that I know what I'm supposed to be doing on what days, and that I have content to be able to put up there that is both interesting and of course of use to you guys. Those are my goals for the month of August. This video will be a little bit different next month, because obviously we will be able to go back to these goals and see how many I'm able to tick off. Let me know what goals you have for the month of August. If you've enjoyed this video and you haven't already, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.